Post-Dispatch. I want you two
Fred.
Hey, I want you guys to talk a little bit about Alex Reyes making I guess this is his second rehab start tonight. Welcome to the show, Ben. Nice to have you back on again.
Thank you very much. Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man, Fred?
Yeah. It's kind of a unique time for the Cardinals. You have your prized pitching prospect speeding toward his major league return, and you have one of the most accomplished, beloved pitchers in the organization's history, looking at what he could be at the sunset of his career. So it is kind of a poetic time, I guess, in some ways for the Cardinals. Reyes will make his second rehab start tonight in Peoria. This is all going according to plan. He's going to kind of continue to climb the ladder through the minors as long as everything goes well. So if things go well in Peoria, his next one would be in Springfield and then in Memphis, and then he would be eligible right at the end of the month here to come off the disabled list and potentially slot right into the Cardinals rotation. There's still some uncertainty about Carlos Martinez until he returns. There's certainly a lot of uncertainty about Adam Wainwright, so it's looking more and more like things might be freed up for Alex Reyes to step right in if he's ready.
For Reyes, pitch count tonight, total what?
Well, I think they want to probably see 4 strong innings for him. I don't know that there's a hard number on it, but I just think they want to see his stuff play. Now they're not going to just let him go through the rehab starts and say, okay, you have a spot. I mean, they want to see him perform. They want to see his stuff play as it did in Palm Beach. But as the hitters get better, you'd expect him to have to actually pitch a little bit more, not just wow guys with his stuff. But if he has what he had in Palm Beach, then he'll make quick work of these guys. You think his fastball is hitting 95 to 99. His curveball, that beautiful curveball that I think we've forgotten how good it is working. And he's throwing strikes. So if he can keep doing that and cut down on the walks, then he'll be cruising.
Ben Frederickson with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and Jim Holder with KTRS Sports. Gentlemen, you guys have been paying attention to this far longer than I have. It seems to me that pitching staffs now, there are specific people for specific reasons, and it's not like it used to be years ago when somebody would come in and they would pitch however many innings. I mean, they were in for the long haul. Is that because of the velocity of the pitches and the wear and tear on the players, or is it just they're more specialty type players when it comes to pitching? Jim, you first.
Well, I think it's really about the specialty thing. I mean, I can look back growing up and watching people like Warren Spahn at 40 years old would still have. I mean, if he didn't go like 8 innings, he felt terrible. The whole deal was to go the route. We don't have to go up to Milwaukee and see the coveted left-hander of the Braves, but right here, Bob Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
When Bob took the ball, it wasn't like, hey, Bob, we'll give you 5 innings and then make a visit to the mound.
I think he would probably have something to say about that.
No question about it.
All right, Ben, how about you? You pretty much agree with Jim on this, that it's just that it's the era of specialties when it comes to pitching?
Well, yeah, and part of the reason is we've learned more about pitching and hitting. You can look at the numbers, and most starters, they're going to have a significant fall off when they face a lineup through the third time. When you look at just the numbers, I think in the past it might have just been described as battling, or we kind of use these loose terms for things like that. But now we have the numbers, and we have an opponent's OPS jumps by this amount of time when he sees that lineup for the third time. So why not go to a reliever who can drop down your chances of giving up runs? I think that's what it is. You still have elite pitchers who are going deep like that, like Max Scherzer, St. Louis native Max Scherzer, for example. If you take him out after 5 innings, he's probably going to rip off your own arm and beat you over the head with it. But there's just fewer guys who have that status now. There's fewer guys who have those results. So you can still be a good starting pitcher like a Michael Wacha, but get a quicker hook and get things into the bullpen's hands. I think it just comes with more information and kind of the more analytical side of what teams can do to try to suppress runs. And that's probably being paid with more attention to now than ever before.
Ben Fred, Max Scherzer, best pitcher in baseball right now, the St. Louis native and Mizzou star?
Yeah, he's incredible. I just looked up a stat this morning. I think he's had, since 2017, he's had more games. I think the second most games in baseball with 1 run or fewer allowed. I mean, he's got, I think his ERA combination and his strikeout is the best since Pedro Martinez. He is, and it makes it to me even more impressive that he's doing it in this area that we just talked about, where starters are not going so deep into games. He is a true throwback, and he just is competitive to the core. He's becoming a better hitter this season, which is hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious, but it's like out of all the things he can improve at, he's even getting better at hitting. He's just he runs hot, and I think he's really kind of the furnace for the Washington Nationals. He's incredibly fun to watch, and he's having success that has really pushed him out ahead of the discussion now that Kershaw has become human again, and some of these other guys are taking a step back, and Scherzer's getting better.
Always nice to pick the brains of the pros when it comes to sports. Ben Frederickson, St. Louis Post-Dispatch sports columnist, and Jim Holder of KTRS Sports. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
You bet, guys. Have a good day.